we're trying to, we've taken our pizza boxes and we've tried to personalize them and write messages. It takes a little bit of time to get it done. Megan's been spending hours with Sharpies, and she's
appreciate that.
They do, and she's been personalizing all these boxes, and that's what we see on social media when people take pictures of it. It's like, that's really cool.
Hey guys, Meg Little here from Nest Realty. This is episode 3 of NestCast, and today I'm sitting with Dominique, one of the owners of Centro, one of Chatham's newest, awesomest restaurants. Dominique, say hi.
Hey guys.
So why don't we start a little bit about you, telling the world who you are, what you do. Just an intro.
Well, it's probably not that exciting, but I have grown up in this industry. I've been doing this since I was a little kid. My dad was a chef, and growing up, I was in and out of restaurants all the time, really. I did dishes. I started serving. I don't cook because nobody wants that. But honestly, short of the cooking part, the restaurant industry is it is in my blood. It's been in my blood for a very, very long time, and it's what I'm happy doing. I enjoy it. I enjoy the personal one-on-one that you have with people and the connection that you make with people, and in turn it turns into friendships, I guess, kind of like you and I.
Perfect segue. That's exactly where I was going to go with this next. So Dominique and I actually met through a restaurant. I used to frequent a certain restaurant for lunch, and she was my server. And do you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
So actually, I remember the first time that we met. Well, not the first time that we met. I mean, I had served you guys. You guys had come in for lunch, both you and Matt, and you coworkers and whatnot. And I think that was probably at the start of your career too, really, in Chatham. Before the Nest world,
pre-Nest,
and what sticks out in my mind, Meg, is that I remember, and I'll never forget, is that I don't remember if you were with Matt or not, but you guys. You had come in for lunch prior to Christmas, and you had left me your business card, and with a $20 tip, which at the time I'm thinking like very generous, very kind, very Christmassy. And on the card, you had written thank you for the great service. And I think that's kind of where our friendship probably blossomed from there, I think.
Yeah, I think
it's those little things that it's not the $20. It's not. It's that you took the time to leave a little note, just letting me know that I'm appreciated.
Well, and I remember it too because I was with Matt. It was, you're right before Christmas time, and I remember struggling to find something to write on. I didn't have anything to write on, so I pulled out a business card, which I felt was kind of. I wasn't trying to push my business. I was just trying to leave a note for you. And I'm like, oh, well.
Yeah.
And then I think you texted me to say thank you.
Oh, I might have.
That's how the conversation started.
Yeah. Yeah. And those are the little moments. And I've had moments like that over the years with people. I remember having a really bad shift one night at work, and somebody had, and there were tears, which are not unusual for me. And the tears had been seen by the customers, and they took the time to write on their bill, everything will be okay kind of thing, and thanks for the great service and have a great, hope tomorrow is better kind of thing. So those are the moments that you remember.
Absolutely.
You can have the worst shift, the worst day, the worst whatever, and somebody does something like that, and it sticks with you forever.
Oh, I agree completely. I think I'm in the same boat. Like I have clients that become friends, and it's just kind of cool. It's a neat thing to have.
Oh yeah, and I think that's you as much as I know lots of other realtors. You were the natural choice. You were the natural choice to sell my house for me, and that was a given.
Well, and we also had a lot in common. It's kind of ironic, actually. Do you remember when we found out we both went to the same college?
We have a few things in common, don't we?
I know, random things, but really random things. But I remember finding out you went to Loyalist College. Shout out to Loyalist. And I mean, that's not really common. You don't hear about that a lot.
No, it's not. It's not a very big school. It's
No.
a great school, but it's not a big school, and there's not a lot of, you don't meet a lot of alumni from there,
No.
especially in this area. I don't know. I think most of the people that I kind of became friends with, a lot of them are from the East Coast.
Yeah. So yeah, actually quite a few of the people I knew were from the East Coast.
Yeah.
It must have been a popular East Coast choice. So
it's kind of, it's a small world among the other things that we have in common. And
there's lots.
Yeah, that friendship is it blossomed and it turned into something great.
And here we are, and I get to interview you today. How exciting. Yeah. Well, not even interview, just chat about the business and life in general. So let's get into that a little bit more. Let's talk about Centro a little bit more.
Let's say though, chatting with a glass of wine would be much,
It would. I've only got water.
Much better.
That's very boring.
I've got tea somewhere, but yeah.
Tea.
Oh well, one of these days.
So Centro, tell me. Obviously, you're one of. There's 4 owners in total, right?
Yep. So there's Sam, who actually came to us from Sam's Percolator. Him and his mom ran the cafe there. So Sam's young, young compared to the rest of us, I guess. But he's got a wealth of knowledge, and he can do just about anything. And he never turns down a challenge.
No, and he's got some good talents for sure. I always enjoyed seeing him at the Percolator, so now it's cool to see him in a different setting. So
yeah, and then we have Megan. So Megan and I worked together prior to this.
Yes.
And Megan, same thing as me. Megan has had a long history of restaurants. She's worked in a lot of different restaurants, and I think it's in her blood too. I know it is. We're the first to complain about it all the time, but we can't, we'd never do anything else. I think that's like anything,
Yeah, I think all of you, I know you haven't gotten to the last owner yet, but I think all of you are very much the same in that sense when it comes to the restaurant industry. Is just in your blood. It's what you know, it's what you love.
It is, yeah. And then our last partner, our most, I don't know how we describe him, but is Costa. Yes. And Costa was part owner at Aquabatis. And so he has what we, the rest of us, I guess you can say, don't have. He has that knowledge of the business knowledge. We have the restaurant knowledge, but he has the business and the restaurant knowledge. So
and an affinity for lighting.
And an affinity for lighting and candles and music and DJ Costa. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of those things.
Many talents.
Yeah. So I think that he's kind of the anchor to all of this, because he, like I said, he had the knowledge that maybe the three of us didn't really have outside of the general restaurant realm.
Yes, running the actual business behind the scenes sort of thing. Yeah, definitely. He's always, any conversation I've ever had with him, he's always struck me as very intelligent when it comes to the business side of things, very business savvy, I guess you would say. And
he's passionate. We've definitely eaten more pizza probably than the average person.
Oh yeah, I know. I remember you guys traveling to different pizza places and telling me about it. And speaking of which, let's talk about that. Where's the favorite pizza place that you guys have been? I mean, I know you've gone to a lot.
Well, I mean, I can't speak for the other three. Well, I can speak for Costa, but for us, our favorite pizza place, and I know it's a long ways away, and they'll probably never see this, but there's a little spot in Quebec City, and it's called Nina Pizza.
Quebec City, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
And hands down, and it's just a small operation, nothing fancy, operation that she trained though. She trained in New York City, and so she's got that. She's learned the right way, I guess. Yep. And just a small little operation, and it's fantastic. Probably the best pizza we've ever had.
Is there a specific pizza you get from there that you really like?
I think that there's probably a few different types of pizza. Some people really like kind of a thick, crispy pizza. I prefer more of that. I'm gonna say it wrong. It's like Neapolitan style. I never know how to pronounce it, but more of that it's a chewier consistency, I guess.
Okay.
I kind of prefer that, like a really thin crust, not a lot of toppings, not a lot of cheese, just needs to be like falling
Right
over.
balance.
Yeah. So that's kind of why that pizza's stuck. And then there's, I'm trying to think, there's some great pizza places in Detroit too.
Oh, I think, yeah. I mean, I remember there's a place in New York City we went to once. I forget what it's called though. And oh, it was so good. It was in, I think Soho, but
Yeah.
anyways, moving on. So
You could do that all day.
Yeah, right. I know we could talk about pizza. I mean, I love pizza, you know this. Let's see here. So picking the name Centro, how did you guys come about that?
So that was Costa's idea, which was pretty, pretty genius, but pretty simple when you think about it and you put it all back together. I'm looking at because literally we're at the center of Chatham. We're at the crossroads. So, St. Clair and Grand, and across from 7-Eleven and all of the good stuff. And it's the center of Chatham. So we wanted to kind of, we spent so much time trying to come up with names and overthinking. It's like anything, we all tend to overthink everything. And it was genius when it really came to, fruition. It was like, that's so simple and it's so easy.
Yeah.
And it's the meaning right there without anything else, one word. That's it.
Which is perfect, really. Centro, it's central to Chatham. It's such a smart, I mean, I know you guys had the little hats with the little
our little location symbol. And that was
location.
Originally that was going to be, we were going to use that location symbol as more of, that was going to be more of our, I'm trying to think of the word, more of our, I can't think of the word.
Not logo?
Our brains. Logo, thank you.
Okay, logo.
Yeah, so more of our logo, but then it's we just kind of made it all work together. Yeah. So it is our logo, but I think we try to, like you guys at Nest, want it to be more of a saying that kind of, you guys do your, you have your sayings, and that's what we've done. We've kind of created that eat happy.
Yeah.
Drink happy. And now it's really simple. It's just kind of be happy, be safe, be happy, be well.
Right now.
And that's we're trying to, we've taken our pizza boxes and we've tried to personalize them and write messages. It takes a little bit of time to get it done. Megan's been spending hours with Sharpies, and she's
that.
They do, and she's been personalizing all these boxes, and that's what we see on social media when people take pictures of it. It's like, that's really cool.
Well, really cool. It's things like that that set businesses apart. And I mean, if you think of a perfect example is Starbucks, something you and I both love.
Yeah.
I mean, they took the time to write people's names on cups, and that's not something they did. Like, I mean, I used to work there years and years ago, and that wasn't we didn't do that. So it's kind of evolved.
I think they were probably like the first company to ever do something like that.
Yeah, personalize it, right? And then
I remember traveling to Turkey with a girlfriend of mine, and they had written, her name is Amy, which is like the simplest name ever, but the way they spelled it was something that we kept that. We took a picture and we kept it. It was like AYME.
Right, and that's the thing. People will take pictures of the way they spelt the name wrong or whatever, and it's kind of funny. And then, but it's that whole extra personal touch that they do, right? And sometimes they do a happy face.
It was worth the picture, right? And then that picture's in your memories.
Yeah. Well, when I worked there, it was we would call out the name of the drink. So we never wrote anybody's name. So I still remember there was a guy I met. His name is Nate. Nate, if you're listening, hi. He also went to Loyalist, and he always ordered a tall bold. So he was known as Tall Bold. Yeah. And it's just kind of funny. That's how we used to do it. And then now, of course, they do write the names. But I think it was a really good transition. It's smart. And again, that personal touch that everyone likes. People love humanity, right? So
it's that personal. It's being more than just a number, right?
Absolutely. Being recognized and feeling important.
Yeah. So we have fun. We have fun doing that. And I think now, and I know we'll talk about it, but it's a whole different element now. Now we're taking food out to people's cars. but it's nice to have that, even if it's like that 2-second interaction. It's nice to have that again.
Oh, absolutely. We all are craving that right now.
Yeah.
So I have some questions for you from some of our viewers, which right now are pretty much at least Nest employees.
Bring it on.
Yeah. All right. So we asked how you came up with the name already. So, okay. Someone, actually Corey, is asking why the bee sting pizza is not on your takeout menu, because apparently she loves it.
She does love it. I know. Well, we had to make a smaller menu. Well, I don't know. Actually, it's not even really smaller, but what we had to do is we had to think of things that would travel well. And your favorite pizza, the margarita pizza. Sometimes some of those pizzas are pizzas that have like a lot of toppings on them and a lot of toppings that retain moisture. So things like mushrooms and pineapple and things like that. Pizzas get soggy on a normal level, let alone stick them in a box, close the box, and it's hot. It's hot in there.
Yeah.
We had to think of things that would travel well, and I think that with the bee sting pizza, maybe they just weren't confident that would travel with with the honey and all of that kind of thing. Plus, if you're watching, we get our honey locally, and we're all out. We're all out.
Oh, time to replenish the honey there. If you're listening,
I know.
Just
yeah, and it's not to say, Corey, I'm sure that we can make it for you.
Oh, special treatment.
Just without our local honey, though.
Yeah, because just in case it doesn't look so good upon presentation, right?
Yeah,
okay.
But we had to take that into mind because we're so used to having, we're so used to just taking it from the past, the window, and serving it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's piping hot, and it's exactly the way we want it. And now, some of that is we lose a little bit of that.
Well, you've had to shift and make changes, and that makes total sense. Okay. Someone else. I think this was Joey. Wanted to know if there would be an outdoor patio in the future.
Yeah. So Joey, that was our plan prior to COVID-19. We were, we closed for March break. We closed for March break, not really knowing that we weren't going to reopen.
Right.
A lot of people, I'm sure, that closed for March break didn't expect that. So that was our plan. As soon as we were back, we were going to start working on the appropriate permits and paperwork and all of that stuff to get that patio going. We may still, just in a different way. But we have things up our sleeves. But I mean, obviously now we have to, keep in mind social distancing and maintain all of that. So we may still work on it. It just may not be exactly what we would like right now.
Absolutely. I think Chatham really loves patios. And we don't have a lot of patios. It's something we lack. There's a couple of good ones downtown, but I think in the summer months, we have such great weather here and we're very fortunate for that. So I think patios are something that everyone will look forward to if you do end up doing it. That will be awesome.
Well, yeah, and I think it's just, we have look at the weather, look at the weather today, like we're heading into May. And and it's so cold and it's so windy.
Ugh,
and
I know.
It's that patio thing is like, the few months that we have, people just want to enjoy it.
I know, like right now.
Yeah.
Okay. This was another Joey question. Joey has lots.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, you shouldn't be surprised. This is the last one though. He wants to know when the Nest pizza is going to be on the menu.
Nest pizza? I don't know what a Nest pizza is. If
I had it my way, it'd be my margarita pizza. That's all.
What am I supposed to? Half meat, half veggies?
Yeah, right. To please everybody.
I'm gonna have to come up with 2 pizzas. Joey, you'll have to come and cook with us.
That sounds like I would love to see that. That would be funny. We should do that. We should do another segment and do that when we can. All right. So, okay. You've been in the restaurant industry for a long time, like you said, since you were a kid. You were surrounded with it growing up. But pretend the restaurant industry did not exist. It just wasn't an option. I don't know. Maybe there was robots and they took over. But what would you do if you couldn't work in this industry?
I'm very much like you, and that's probably why that's probably another reason that we get along so well, is that we both kind of have that, we both have that travel love.
Yeah.
And I love to travel anywhere. It doesn't have to be anywhere fancy. I just like to see different things and see different ways of life and different, have different opportunities. So I can't pinpoint it exactly, but I think that it would definitely be, it would be something to do with travel, something to do with tourism, something like that.
Yep. I would agree. I think if I could do something, it would be travel related somehow. So talking about that, I want to segue into another question. If you could open another Centro anywhere in the world that would allow you to also work from that location, where would it be?
Oh, my answer's going to be the same as yours.
I think so. Does it start with a C?
I know. My answer's going to be the same. Mm-hmm. So, as much as there's lots of places I love in Europe, and there's lots of places I love in the U.S. And Canada, but I'm gonna stick to California.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick to California. But that being said, I'm very much I'm not interested in LA. I'm not interested in anything like that. It's kind of the coast, and where the weather is always the same. It's consistent. It's sunny all the time, and it's a different way of life.
I know.
I love soothing.
Yeah, California's beautiful. It would definitely.
And I think what we do here is something that you could transition to where I'm thinking in California.
Oh, well. Stay tuned, California. Centro may be coming for you. You never know. You would be very lucky if it did. Yeah. All right, next. Okay, so normally we are in a studio because of everything going on right now with social distancing and being in the throes of COVID. We have to do this via Zoom, which this is the first Zoom podcast that we've done. So everybody bear with us. They will be in our studio, hopefully sooner than later, but
not in your bedroom?
No, not in my bedroom. Well, you're at the restaurant at least.
Well, look at me. I've got what's her name behind me.
Yeah, you're not by yourself.
No.
Not much for social distancing. No. But
it's takeout day today. So yeah.
We have a jar of questions that we normally pull from, and they're random questions. So I'm going to ask you one.
Okay.
So I've already pre-selected it because I don't have the jar with me.
That's not fair.
I know.
Okay. Is it Joey again?
Yeah, no, it's not Joey. I don't even know. I think Mike and Matt came up with these questions, to be honest, but I'm not 100% sure. So my question for you is, what is the strangest thing you have ever eaten?
Oh, God. Have you met my dad?
I have.
Yeah, so I was the kid, so going back to, growing up in the restaurant business, I was the kid that was not allowed to be picky. So I shouldn't say most. A lot of things were chugged down with a glass of milk. I've had a lot of different things. I've had, frog's legs don't gross me out. Snails don't gross me out. But the worst thing I've ever had, and it sticks with me even now, my dad used to make this blood sausage, and I can't swear, so I'm not going to, but this blood sausage type of thing. And I remember, and even now, it's just
what do you put in a blood sauce? Like, what do you mean?
It is the way it is. So you fry it up with some apples and you call it a day. And it's disgusting. It's as gross as it sounds.
I mean,
but yeah, no, I've had a lot of meat. I've had grains. I've had it all. I
think the weirdest thing I've ever eaten was a slug. Or no, it was a maggot. Sorry.
Eee.
That was in grade 4 at Non-Con. It was like a school trip, and it was like this thing where you had to stick your tongue out, and they took a volunteer and they put a maggot on, but you had to actually chew it. So
yeah, stay away from that.
Maybe it's why I'm a vegetarian today. I don't know.
That could be.
That could be.
Right, yeah. I'm like you though. Like I could quite honestly not eat meat and be fine with it.
Oh, I'm
totally fine with it. Maybe it's the blood sausage. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe. Thanks, Dad, for that. Right?
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Okay, so let's pivot back to the big thing that's going on right now, causing a lot of disruption in our lives. Obviously, we're in the middle of a pandemic, which I don't think any of us ever could have imagined. You're 6 months in. You just celebrated your 6-month anniversary, this week? So That's awesome, but also I'm sure it's challenging for a new business to have to face. It's challenging for any business to have to face what's going on right now. How are you guys handling it?
So I think it goes back to the same thing. We kind of didn't expect to not reopen. So when we came back, it was like, this is our new reality, and we don't know how long this is going to last. So we're going to have to learn to work with it. But here's the challenge. The challenge is that we've never done takeout. We've never offered takeout. We've always been straight, sit-down restaurant. I think part of that was that we wanted to offer the best food possible. And again, it goes back to, you worry about how is it going to travel? How is the food going to travel? Mm-hmm. So, I think people were waiting for us to open and wondering if we were going to open. We just really needed to get all our ducks in a row to make sure that we had everything the way we wanted it. We took a little bit of time researching the best ordering sites, things like that. So third-party sites that would help us, instead, because we knew we couldn't, the way we were going before, especially with reservations and stuff, there's 4 of us. So we have our friends, we have our followers, the phone's ringing, we're getting messages on Instagram, we're getting messages on our Facebook, and it's hard to keep track of. So we had to lay down some ground rules and say, okay, we're going to have one ordering system. It's going to be online. It doesn't matter if you're my friend. You can't send me a message. You have to order online. Everyone has to order online.
Yep.
So once we had that in place, then it was just a question of getting, putting the logistics of the rest of it together, the containers,
the stickers,
all of that fun stuff. We don't want to just hand out, we didn't want to just hand a pizza box and say, here you go. We wanted it to be something a little bit personal, something, like I said before, that makes someone feel good. They get their little Centro dinner in a nice little bag with a stamp and maybe a little message, and it feels nice.
Oh, absolutely. So let's talk about that part of it, like the careful thought put into it. I know that speaking to Costa recently, he mentioned you guys have a Spotify playlist.
Yeah, we do. We have a Costa playlist.
Oh, yes. Well, he does
so
like
a lot of
music.
Costa puts a lot of, he does. He puts a lot of time and a lot of effort into the songs that we play at Centro. And, we get a lot of feedback from that. And 9 out of 10 people love it. And so we thought, why not do a playlist, and why not do kind of like offer kind of like a virtual date night, I guess, if you will. So we put that playlist together, send you home with your dinner and a nice little candle and a bottle of wine. That's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
It's not the perfect experience, but it works.
Absolutely. So if anyone who's listening to this right now, if you want a date night in Chatham, you know how to do it. Just contact Centro and go online, though. Don't call them.
Go online. Yes, go online. Centro Chatham.
Centro Chatham. So when you launched last week, right?
Yeah, last Friday.
Okay. How did it go?
So we went live. We went live at about 3 p.m. and about 3:04 we were like inundated.
That didn't take long.
We had to go offline, and honestly, overwhelming. And overwhelming. I mean, the support, I think, between the 4 of us, there's so much, we're so grateful. There's so much gratitude, and it's certainly humbling to know that we've obviously done, we've done something right.
Yes.
And so we're going to do it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
And we're going to offer lunch. So we'll do lunch from 12 till 2:30. So just a smaller menu. So mostly just like sandwiches, pizza, hamburgers, that sort of thing. And then we'll start dinner around 4. So we do delivery and pickup.
Okay.
And our staff is limited, obviously. It's the 4 of us, and then we have a couple of other people that are helping us out, obviously, because we can't have our regular staff here as much as we'd love to. We have to, we're doing this with the skeleton crew.
Working with what you can.
We had thought of doing it just the 4 of us, and we realized that was not possible. So,
no.
We did have to get a couple of people to help us out. But, we're trying to we're maintaining that safe practice for everybody. You can come in, But we're also kind of keeping an eye. So when people pull into the parking lot, we're going out, we're asking them their name, we're telling them that we'll bring them their dinner or whatever it is, their order out to their car, so they don't have to come into the building.
Right, keeping it safe. And
yeah,
I mean, hopefully it's over with soon, but for now, at least there's options, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing is that, and I think people are, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she said she's not there yet. She's not ready to order online. She's not ready to order takeout. She's scared. It'll come. It'll take.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, everyone has different feelings. Some people will go out and are wearing masks right now. Some aren't as concerned. Everyone feels differently, and that's okay, because I don't think anyone knows how to feel, and there is no right or wrong way to feel through this.
No.
So it's something.
And we're being very, we're being very careful, and we're being very cautious. I mean, we all have, well, except for Sam, but we all have kids. So, we've all been in wash your hands a billion times. They're so sick of us asking them to wash their hands. So, we're the same, and we're very careful, and
absolutely. And that's all you can do. And
all you can do.
I think I do want to say, watching your journey from where you were 6 months ago to now, and even before that 6 months when you opened, just you starting everything and planning. And I mean, you have built something in Chatham that's just amazing. I mean, you can, anytime I've ever been to your restaurant, which is quite a few times, it's full. It's always full. It's busy.
Well, and listen, and the thing is that, I would be lying if I said to you that we're not all a little bit hardworking. We are. We are. But I think that goes for saying, that goes without saying for anyone. I'm sure you feel the same way. But yeah, we 6 months in, and we were just kind of figuring it out and putting it all together, and it felt like we were kind of on top of the world, I guess, if you will, a little bit.
Yeah. It was like that climb, and then boom.
Yeah, definitely proud of what we've built, and then all of a sudden it's like that's kind of taken away from you. So yeah, we're definitely a little bit sad, but seeing the response on Friday last week and Saturday definitely was a boost for us.
Absolutely. I think Chatham has really embraced supporting local right now, and trying to, support those local businesses, both big and small, because everybody's been affected by this. It doesn't matter the size of the business. I think.
No, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what industry, and and I try to, we've all said we trying to pick a place to support kind of every week, the same way that people are doing for us. But that being said, everywhere, because we want to come out of this. My biggest fear is that it's scary. Like, are we going to come out of this and stuff's just going to start closing?
I hope not. I really hope not.
I hope not. It's definitely scary, and I don't want to see anybody. Any stores or any restaurants or any businesses, big or small. It doesn't matter.
I agree. It doesn't matter. I think it's, for the retail industry, it's going to be a very big challenge. And I think a lot of businesses, much like yourselves, have had to pivot and come up with other solutions. So as long as they're doing that and being smart, I think it should be okay. But I'm just hopeful that, the economy will get back to what it was and start thriving again, and everyone will be healthy and happy, and so they can eat happy, right?
Eat happy. I know.
Eat happy.
I know.
Living there. Well, I mean, again, I just want to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for all you guys have done for Chatham. It's great to see 4 people.
Thank you for what you're doing. I mean, you're putting us out there, and not just us. I know you'll continue. You'll do this for however many weeks you do it for. So.
Oh yeah, we're hoping to make this a long-term thing.
Thank you for supporting Chatham, because what Nest Realty has done is pretty incredible too. So as much as you want to pat us on the back, I think that you definitely deserve a pat on the back too.
Well, I appreciate that. It's I think anytime businesses, no matter how different they are from one another, can support one another and collaborate and just embrace the challenges together, I think they'll get a lot farther. And I think that's what's going on.
I think so. And that's what I've said to you. I said to you, people seem shocked when I say to them, that I like a specific restaurant or that I go to a specific place for pizza. And I don't really understand that, because I think that, why is that wrong?
It's not.
Why is that wrong? And I'll say, when we first opened, and I've had this conversation, when we first opened, we did great, and we still do, great relationship with Oven 360.
Yeah.
The guys at Oven 360 are phenomenal, and they came here for dinner while they were setting up their restaurant, and I was there like 6 times in the first week that they opened. But I don't understand when people see that as a bad thing.
No, it's very much like our industry too. I mean, they can look at it like we're all competition, but that's such a small-minded outlook, in my opinion. I look at it like, yeah, we might be competition, but we can still support one another and then thrive together.
Well, and I think that when we do that, we're stronger.
100% we are.
If we're just, nitpicking each other behind each other's back and picking each other apart, where are we getting?
And it's kind of like a circle, right?
Yeah, and it's kind of like Chatham, where it's no secret. I mean, Chatham's definitely had its struggles,
sure.
And so you want to see businesses thrive. You want to see people thrive and be proud of one another. I'm not interested. I don't think any of the 4 of us are interested in putting anyone down and picking anyone apart.
No, I think that's the way to be. I think
Centro only works the way that it is because of the people.
I agree. And I feel the same way about our business and all the other businesses in Chatham that do well. The ones that support one another will always come out on top and together. And that to me is everything. So, well, thank you again for joining us today. And if you just want to, I know you've already mentioned it once, but if you want to just put your website out there again so people can know where to go to order.
Yeah, so centrochatham.com, and then it's just a really simple webpage, and you'll see the menu, so you can look at the menu on there, and then from that point, you can order online. There's a box that comes out of order online, and it'll take you to a site called Chow Now. So Chow Now is a company that we use, and you can process your order through there. So you have all your options, your pickup or delivery, and process your payment on there. And I think Costa was working on it last night. You'll also be able to offer to buy gift cards on there.
Oh, that's great, especially right now. Yeah. People seem to be doing small random acts of kindness. So
yeah, so that option will be available. I don't know if it's up and running yet, but that option will be available shortly.
That's awesome. And guys, when things are back to normal, you need to go and check out Centro Chatham. It's amazing. Their pizza's amazing. Their pasta. I love the ravioli myself. It's one of my favorite dishes.
Oh, no ravioli right now.
Well, I know, but when hopefully back to normal, I don't know when that's going to be. There's so many good things there. So check them out in person. You got to also look at the original, what are they, like bread ovens or something that you guys uncovered?
Oh yeah, the ovens in the wall. Yeah,
there's some really.
This is a really cool building, and the owner of the building has done it. Definitely, it's done it justice.
It's beautiful.
Centro is what it is because of a lot of factors, but it also has to do with the building and the history of the building.
Yes,
is what ties it all together.
Well, I know I can't wait to eat there again. So I'm not the only one. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again for joining us, Dominique. Say hi to everybody else. And yeah, good luck with your takeout ordering. I know you don't need it, but I'm sure we'll be ordering from you very shortly.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes. Have a good one.
Okay. You too.
Bye.